Now, I'm sure everyone is working hard towards finishing the month very closely or very nicely, or probably the year, right? So have those things in place which you require. The month is not finished yet, all right? But also be ready for the new year to come. Okay? How many of y'all actually made New Year resolutions? So put your hands up. Take a photo. How many of y'all actually going to complete it? Because every time we make a resolution and something happens, okay, and something wrong and something happens, right? But a few things which I'm going to do, which you can probably write down, all right? And Jasmine, you can jump in and whatever you want to do on that. Okay. You want to start? All right.
No, continue with the New Year resolution which we were talking about. Just thinking, September was a Amway fiscal year, so September was a new month, right? How many made resolution there, 1st of September, and how many are still sticking to it? Yeah, so something to think about that. What we made 4 months ago, what resolution we made 4 months ago, and in 4 months' time, are we on track or it's gone somewhere?
All right. Okay, that's good. That's a very good, very, very valid point. All right. September, everyone makes a new resolution, but how many of you people are on track or trying to be on track? Because a lot of people may not be on track, but have you still left the goal? Or are you still closing it? All right. Very, very important. Okay. Now, New Year means new goals. Okay. What we are going to. Everything that I'm talking is what we are going to do. All right. And you got to check out with your working upline and see what you have to do for yourself as well. All right. So. You want to start or I start? Okay. So new year means new goals. Okay. You got to revise your previous year goals. Okay. You want to check. You go back and take a feedback of what you planned last year, or if you're going on an average fiscal year, what you planned last 6 months. Okay. What's going to happen in the next 6 months? It's very important. A lot of times you make a new year resolution and you make a new year goal in the business, which does not correlate to what you have already done in the past. I have done that mistake. So maybe someone is a 9% and probably they think that I want to go platinum. Absolutely great, but can you break it down now? It's very important. So what I have to do, okay, revisit them and see what you accomplished. Okay, your new goals have to be aligned with what your previous goals were and what you want to accomplish this year as well. They have to be in alignment. If they're not in alignment, it's like suddenly there's a big jump and you don't know how to handle it. Right? That's probably what can happen. Okay, you want to talk about? Okay, I'll talk about a few things and then she'll come back and all right. So, see, New Year goals. If it doesn't challenge you, it will not change you. Okay, very simple to understand. Okay, the goals have to be challenging. Those who are 6% don't have a goal of being 9% next year. All right, have a goal which is more challenging. Okay, have a goal just not in Amway's thing, but have a goal with team and global things as well. Very, very important. I'm going to talk about that a little bit further. Okay. Now, see, we own our own company. Okay. So every person who has their own company has their own vision, has their own mission statement. Okay. What is your purpose? Okay. It's very okay to understand and feel that New Year started. This is what I'm going to accomplish. But you have to understand what is your purpose as well. What you really want to do. Okay. And what are you willing to give up for these things to happen? Does that make sense? All right. The way we work is that we create a yearly goal. Okay. Then we break it down into 6 months. You want to do that, Jasmine? Okay. So you break it down into 6 monthly goal, and then you break it down into a monthly goal, eventually leading up to a weekly and a daily goal. All right. You got to be. The idea is to be focused on what you're doing. You have to be really, really focused. Okay. Speak your goals. All right. Because see, if you're not speaking your goals, your mind your mind will train what it sees and what it thinks. So if you don't speak your goals, okay, your mind is not going to train itself, and what happens is that your mind will start wandering. All right, and this is what I believe completely is that if mind cannot stay idle. Mind cannot stay idle. So if you don't have your goals in front of you, it's already going to pick up something which is not important. Alright? So if it picks up something which is not important, it's going to go where you don't want to go. So either you can have the mind control you or you control the mind. It's completely up to you. Alright? And the other thing which comes is that, when you're having your goals, life comes in between distractions. I call this, distraction. What do you mean by distraction? cricket, soccer, $2 chicken party, all those things. Piyush is laughing because even I'm laughing. Alright? But these things do come in between, yes or no? Alright? What you have to understand is that, see, I always understood is that when does a boy become a man? When he stops playing games of cricket and soccer and actually starts playing a game of life. Does that make sense? When you actually go out there for your own future, for your own purpose, what you want to do in life. Okay? Those chicken parties and games and all these things, it's how much you want to play. And students, okay? Don't tell me that I still have to go to chicken party because I'm not finished yet. Buddy, go have chicken party later on once you finish your course. Or once you finish what you're in for. The idea is, why? It's better to go do the hard work now rather than actually do the hard work later on when you have to have a job and you have to take up time. Today you have plenty of time. Okay? Later on I can guarantee you will not have that much time. Okay? So that's a few things you have to understand. I'll give it to Jasmine. Okay, she's going to talk on a few things and then I'll come and finish it up.
So working backwards, yearly goal, like, if you want to go platinum, like, start platinum qualification. Someone who's new was 3%, if you say 12 months from now, I want to start my platinum qualification, what is your 6 monthly goal? From 6 months from now, where you're going to be? Team of 20, 25 people, Then monthly goal, what is your monthly goal? 20 plans a month. What is your weekly goal? Like 5 plans, at least 5 plans a week, and daily. What is the daily goal? Like, books, ABCs, contacting, adding new numbers to your list, So just having that, it could be anything for you. So, it depends on varies according to what your goal is going to be. Distractions, I see it this way, like let's say 2015, what we were trying to achieve and what stopped us from achieving that. When we think about it, and now we have regret that, only if I didn't go to that party, or only if I studied harder, like students, when the results come, that's when we have that regret that only if I studied harder, or only if I did this, I would have been in a better position. So whatever your only is, maybe, from New Year we can change that. So whatever my shortcomings were, I plan to change that. How, and having a plan for that as well, like, how we can change that. Every year, one thing which I do personally, on which I have like last 3 years, I can show it in the book, is sorry. So every year I make a list of how the year went, okay, what went right, so what achieved in short form, and what or where can I improve. What could I have done better? So just making that list, probably you will see that if you did whatever you're supposed to do, like even 50% of it, you will see that you might not have achieved that goal. You might not have achieved platinumship or any goal, like, you might not have lost that 10 kilos weight. But if you did little bit of what you were supposed to do, 50% of it, you will have improved little bit. So give that credit to yourself as well, that, yes, I was supposed to lose 10 kilos weight, but I've lost 5 kilos. So that is something. I was supposed to go platinum, but I have a team of 25 people. So I'm halfway there. So just tracking yourself that, what you did and where you can improve, or how much progression you have made. Like last year, how many books you read, like, and what is your plan to, how many books to read in the next year.
And few things which you have to understand, right? When we set a goal, things start happening, and suddenly, what happens is that if something happens in our life and the thing starts fading away. Yes or no? Does it happen to everyone? Yes or no? This is what happened to us. So we actually have a goal, and then something is not happening the way we want to, and it still starts fading away, and then we lose the track of what we want to do. It's the unimportant things in life which actually take over the important things. Because few things, we're not speaking what we want to achieve, and blah, 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 blah. But what you have to understand, at some point, you need to stop thinking of those unwanted things and actually go ahead in life. Those issues could be student issues, studies, exams are coming, alright? Oh, I have to do that. Oh, I didn't do that well. Okay, you may have husband-wife issues. You may have a job challenge. Guys, everything is happening. Guys, this is called life, and can I be very honest? It's going to happen regardless of what you want to do in this business or not. So can you start having a compartment mindset? I tell people have a compartment thought process. Alright? That okay, the moment I finish my uni, or I'm done with my uni portion, and now I'm getting into XYZ thing what I want to do. If I have a bad day at work, it should not affect you for the rest of your day. You should need to start having compartment. I think Nikon said it in one of his training, having a compartment mindset. Okay, I learned that very, very well. Okay, now you want to add? Okay.
So, something.
Is all his bullshit.
Okay. What we call it is as an emotional trap. So you get into that emotional trap of, or guilt upon yourself, like a mom, getting into that emotional trap. Oh, I have to spend time with my baby, So that's emotional. Or, whatever it could be, which is stopping you. Oh, all my friends are going to the party, I have to go. Emotion. So you let your emotion take over your decision. Whatever decision you have to, maybe you have to choose between a Friday night pace and a Friday night chicken party, and that emotion comes. Going to pace is the right thing, but emotionally your friends are going and you feel that I'm only 25. This is my youth time. This is my time to enjoy, and that emotion takes you over. So don't fall into that emotional trap. Whether it's buying a house, a car, or simple things like going to a party or things like that. So time will come, there are bigger things, as Rashmi says, there are bigger and better things waiting for you. So don't fall into a Toyota when, you're going to beat them, or you're going to beat yourself to a Mercedes or BMW,
Yeah, it is like, it's better to, how many felt actually would like to let go a chicken party for Hawaii? Very simple, right? So it's a simple, very common thing, but emotionally sometimes we drain ourselves. That's where we need to consciously stop, okay, and sit down. Probably I may not be able to think, so I will call Piyush and ask him to give me a logical reasoning or an answer what I should be doing. It's okay, understand, this is your future, alright? Your future is in your hands. If you are not able to decide it, let someone else decide who's actually growing as well. Very, very important, alright? Now, this year, you can concentrate on these three things. Trust me, even in your business life, or in your personal life, or in your job life, you're going to make it happen. Okay? People skills, very, very important, alright? Smile. I was told, where is Chris? Chris, one day he met me and he told me, smile. So I started smiling. He told me all the time, Sabir, you need to smile. You have to learn smiling. But now every time I saw, I make other people smile. Alright? So you have to understand, smile. And read books. This is when I'm talking to people's skills. Understand, this is a people's business. Right? So you want to make things, you have to listen a lot, and you also have to dress sharp. I had to learn that. Okay, dressing sharp. Okay? Next thing is communication skills. This is what I've written. People join you in the business because of your people skills, but they will stay in business because of your communication skills. I had to learn this in and out with you. Okay, so I had to understand that. And friendship will come always first. Okay, regardless, if there is a CD, friendship runs deep and platinum first, friendship first, platinum second. All these things you can listen. Okay, why I'm telling you these things, okay, is then last thing which comes is the relationship skills. Because these three skills will be important regardless whether you do business or you don't do business. Does that make sense? I'm not saying don't do business, but I'm just giving you an understanding. And lastly, the relationship skills. This is what I was told. Once, I don't know who told me, but it stuck in my mind. That of course friendship comes first, regardless. But let's say that someone is not doing that well in business and is looking to quit. Will that person say that my mind is saying to quit, but my heart is saying 90 days more? It's because of the connection with Piyush, or that if I have it with Piyush, the connection with Piyush has built with me. My mind may say that, oh man, it's too tough. okay, but my heart says I want to be with him. Does that make sense? That's what you want to work. And lastly, we'll finish with this, okay? Work out where you're in business and life, okay? You want to make a list of what, as Jasmine mentioned, okay? I had to learn this thing, but she, 3 years, she has everything, all these things, alright? So, that is very important. Alright, few things, they are easy to do, then few things they are not easy to do as well, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Some things which may be easy to do, that's fine, okay? That's only 5% of the world will actually do that. It may be uncomfortable in the first, but it may become comfortable later, okay? Or you may do things which are comfortable now and will become uncomfortable later for you. Very, very important, alright? Last thing, okay? This is how you want to see yourself, okay? If you want to talk about your lifestyle, measure yourself in these areas, okay? Your finance, okay? Your finances, okay? Your health, okay? Your business, okay? Your personal development. See, most of us are on holidays just now, right? Just sit down and think about all these things. The idea is to just think and reflect what has been happening and what you want to do ahead. Okay? Then you have relationships. That pretty much constitutes your whole lifestyle, for that matter. Okay? And I learned this long time ago, and I really believe in this. This is what I think you should do. Where am I at? Okay? Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time will give you a radical difference. Very simple. Small, smart choices, doing it consistently over and over again, putting that effort, putting that time, will give you a big difference later on. No one goes platinum tomorrow, okay? But everyone makes those small changes along the way. It's like an air flight takes off from the same landing or the same airport, okay, or runway, but a 5% twist this side and a 5% twist this side can actually reach completely different destinations. Alright, that's what you want to do with yourself. And lastly, but nothing but least, this is how I would like to close. Okay, your business will grow. Your business growth completely depends upon your leadership. Okay, and your leadership will completely depend upon how serving attitude you have. Alright, servantship is nothing but it's an attitude. Okay, and this is what I've written. This is what I believe. Okay, the extent of your influence depends on the depth of your concern for others. I wrote it somewhere in John Cena. Okay, the extent of your influence. What is leadership? It's influence, yes. To the extent of your influence, it depends directly on the depth of your concern for others. Depth of your concern for others is servantship. Okay, and your servantship, if your business growth will depend on your leadership. Your leadership will depend on how serving attitude you have. So when you sit down for 2016, you write down what you want to take care. Yes, business is there. I'm not going to talk about 4 basics or pins and this and that. You all can sit down and do that. But if you all can sit down and just think of what you did past and what you want to do in the future in these areas and what those small choices you want to make those changes, okay, which will make a huge difference. Right, guys, with that we are done, and thank you very much. We'll have a
great year ahead.
And have a fantastic, happy New Year, everyone.